Good evening, rockers. Vegas Rock Goddess here, back for another amazing show of On the Rocks. Tonight, I am interviewing an Instagram find, The Way Below. This band is from Portland, Oregon. We're going to get to know them and see what they're all about. So, let's go. Are you there, Anthony?
Yes, I'm here. We should be expecting Nick here in just a moment
Okay,
as
yeah, I
well.
think so. No problem. So, how are you?
Good. How are you?
Welcome to the show. I'm glad I could sneak you guys in because
Yeah.
normally I don't tape on a Sunday, but it's my
Thanks for
birthday
making it
weekend,
happen
so I'm
for us.
available. Yep. There's Nick.
Yes. How's your day been going?
It's going pretty good. Pretty good.
Nice.
I'm just coming
Nice.
off a week of birthday madness. So,
Oh, yeah, I know how that goes.
hi, Nick.
Hey,
How are you?
doing good?
Great. Welcome to On the Rocks. So we're gonna get started here. Now I know you guys are from Portland, Oregon.
Mhm.
Why don't you tell the viewers a little bit about how you guys got together and when you started the band?
So we actually got together. It's kind of a funny story. I think Nick posted something on like Facebook. We were looking for a vocalist or like a drummer or like a another guitarist or something like that. And our vocalist Andrew, who wasn't able to make it today, responded to the post, and we had one audition, and then we were just like that. Like it was amazing. We started the band, what was it, June of like 2024, I think. So we've been going for about a
Yeah.
year and a half now.
Very cool.
What's funny is Tony and I were actually in another somewhat band with a different friend. That vocalist wasn't working out, so that's what actually had us like put out fillers. I was originally the drummer, gonna be the drummer, so I put out an ad for a vocalist and a bass player. We already had a drummer and a guitarist, and then yeah, Andrew hit me up saying that he did vocals and he knew a drummer. And I was like, oh cool, I play bass also, so let's
Nice.
do it.
Hey, it's good to be multifunctional in this business.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you never know, like when you're gonna have to fill in for somebody, or that's awesome though. That's very good. Now, who does the writing?
So for the songwriting, it's kind of like a group effort. Most of the songs are written by like whoever comes up with the riff. Andrew does all the like the lyrical writing. But I wrote, I think, most of the songs off of our first EP and the second one that we're actually releasing right now. Usually I'll just be like playing around with like some sort of guitar riff,
Right?
and I'll show it to Andrew, our vocalist, and he'll help me like kind of mold and shape it into something that turns into a finished song. Or somebody will come in, like our other guitarist Ian. He'll come in and he'll already have something already ready and made, and we'll just
Right.
record it.
Now, Nick, are
But
you playing drums or no?
no, I play bass.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, because I was getting confused there for a second. We were talking about drums, and then we're like, okay, so you're the bass player. Awesome, awesome.
Yeah.
So, how do you guys feel about Portland as far as a music scene right now?
It's not terrible. I
Okay,
mean, from compared to some from Denver, Denver
okay,
definitely has a way better music scene. But you know, there's still a pretty good scene out here, a dedicated following.
yeah, because
Yeah,
you guys
Portland
do
definitely.
play out a lot.
Yeah, yeah, we try to play as many shows as we possibly can, like what with our like busy schedules and everything. But just a couple of days ago, actually, we played a sold out show here in Portland, and it was awesome. Like there was a lot of people that came to come, just see us play. Some of the other bands as well, brought like a decent amount of people, but it was pretty refreshing to see like even in the middle of winter, Portland music scene will still like get a
Right.
bunch of people to come out and see a show and have a good time. And it was just such a fun night. It's actually like a DIY show that I put together
Oh,
for the
okay.
whole evening, and it turned out amazing. Couldn't have asked for anything better.
Yeah, so you had a bundle of you and some other bands then.
Yeah, I had
Yeah.
to contact like the venue, all the other bands. I had to make the bill, the flyer, like all the
That's a
advertisements
lot of
and
work. I've done that.
stuff.
It's a
I
lot
see
of work.
why I see why promoters do their thing now, and
Yeah,
people in bands don't really worry about it because it is a lot of work. So much
it
went
is.
into it, but it was fun, and it turned out amazing. So,
That's
I mean,
great. 'Cause yeah, a lot of bands like yourselves are actually taking on that role because one, they don't want to pay their managers anymore because they're not doing
yeah,
nothing for them.
that's
So
right.
they would rather keep the money in the band,
Hmm.
worry about the merch table, and you guys have 100% control. I mean, that's the way it should be.
Yeah. I mean, DIY is the way to go unless you're signed to some major like Warner Brothers like record label or
Right.
whatever, which is, I mean, that's a whole different ball game at that point. But hiring like a manager, all of that stuff is just like not in the cards for
Yeah, for you
people who are
guys.
just getting their start, you
Yeah, of
know.
course. Now, what are some of your goals for 2026 for this band?
So we're actually going to finish releasing our second EP. It's going to be titled Singularity. We have 3 songs that are done, ready to go. We're just, planning release dates, like doing filming and stuff for those ones right now.
Pay for video?
And yeah, for like video and whatnot. We're gonna do a couple music videos to go along with those as well. So we're
Okay,
waiting to get that done until we decide on like solid release dates. We're
okay.
also going to be doing, I think, we're going to try to shoot for doing like 2 tours, just up and down through like the Pacific Northwest.
Nice.
Just some short stuff, kind of get out of town and play some out of town shows.
Right.
Also, writing our third project, we've got the structure for pretty much just about everything for the third short album is done. We just need to go through and like finalize everything,
Nice.
and then we'll have our third one out.
So, Nick, what are your feelings on the music industry right now?
Uh, in general,
Yeah, in
it's
general.
uh it's very interesting. I grew up like listening to like 80s heavy metal. I like the Metallica shirt, right?
Yeah.
Megadeth is my favorite band. So I do wish that it was more so like those days still, where you could just play good music and
Everybody would
people
come
would,
and it would be
yeah,
great.
instead of instead of the like whole social media aspect of it, but we are like trying to get our foot into that. It is a little interesting, but I do feel like there's still a dedicated heavy metal scene out there of people that want to listen to real good music.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, like I said, my mission this year is to keep rock alive. We have
Hell yeah,
to keep this music alive because,
absolutely.
there's so many critics out there. There's so many bar owners that are still putting the reins on these bands and not letting them play.
Yeah,
And I think it's absolutely ridiculous because they're worried about is the bar tabs, the bar.
yeah,
Yeah.
Okay. What happened to the 80s where, yeah, come on in, man. We got this band playing, just plug in, man. Like what happened to those days where it was such a community between the club owners and the musicians? I mean,
yeah.
where did that disconnect come? I can tell you right now where the disconnect came. COVID.
COVID. Yeah,
That's really what changed the industry completely. And you guys are on social media. I know it's like a new realm, but let me tell you, TikTok is the hottest social media platform for rock bands.
yeah,
That and Instagram, of course, still is. But we've got to get these people in these shows. We've got to get them to come see you. We have to get them to buy the merch. It's
yeah.
Hmm.
it's this year. It's no holds barred for me to get you guys. Like that's why I'm inviting you on the show to get
Yeah.
you exposure because we need to get
Well,
you out of Portland.
yeah, exactly.
I
Out of
agree. I
Portland
agree.
into a better music scene.
Yeah,
It's funny. There used to be a time where the live shows were like a foot into the music, and like that's where you made all of your money. Now it's the opposite, where your music's free, and you try to get people to come to your shows and buy your merch, and that's how you're making money. So unfortunately, bands just aren't making the same kind of money as they used to.
Yeah, and like I said, it's unfortunate, but you know what? You got to keep grinding because
Yeah,
there's going to be a time where somebody, a PR rep, is going to be in one of your shows, and they're going to come up
absolutely.
to you. I mean, I know they're not signing 5 minute deals in the bathroom at the whiskey. Okay,
Yeah,
that's not happening anymore. Okay, they're not signing 10 bands a night. Just by via signature. Okay,
Right.
it's a little more complicated than that, but you know, I think the '80s rock scene is kind of making a comeback this year, and you guys are
yeah,
kind of in that realm of where you need to be. Because the listeners, because I'm a fan before I was in journalism doing this. I've been a fan of rock music for a long time. I'm not going to tell you how long, but anyway, I mean, this music, we have to keep it alive. These people are sitting on a couch, they're
yeah,
couch surfing. I'm like, do you know what you're missing out there by not going to a venue once a week? I used to go to a
right,
venue 3 times a week.
Yeah.
right.
Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, supporting local bands, national acts. I mean, come on, people. You really want this music to die? You know?
Yeah, I mean, going to live
Yeah,
shows is really the only way to keep the art
Yeah.
alive. When you're up against so much, you're up against like people who are backed by like giant labels with all the
yeah,
funding, who have their own like social media like content curators or whatever.
And
Like,
they're not even doing that great of a job. I'm telling you
no,
yeah.
right now, they're not.
There's so much against you if you're a small local band. But in the words of Chris Motionless in White, if you mean it, you'll make it.
Yes, exactly. And get it, like I said, getting those people in the venues to see you play live is going to be the word of mouth that you guys need to push forward. And I think you guys are already working on that.
yeah, yeah, we're doing our best. It's touch and go, especially in like the cities we haven't like played often before. But Portland, like I said, our show sold out like 3 or 4 days before we even showed up to play. So it was great to see Portland. The music scene here is like, I think, growing pretty fond of us, which
Which is
is
good.
good. Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
what is your big goal for this band, Anthony?
Um, that's kind of a tricky question because initially, like, as things started, was just like a fun, like, creative outlet to kind of experiment with like music myself and like dip my hand into like songwriting and becoming like like a more established musician. And since then, it's just kind of grown to different levels that I didn't initially expect it to. And I don't really want to like put a cap on it or anything, but I'm really excited to see where it takes us down the road.
Yes.
Because we've already accomplished things that I didn't even think we would be able to. Like playing at the Whiskey a Go Go
Oh, I know.
was amazing. It was such a unique experience. Never thought I'd be able to do that. So who knows what'll happen next?
Nick, what is your feeling on this? Like, where
Yeah.
do you
So
see yourself as a band this year?
the the thing that's funny about that is up until recently, like me and the rest of the band all kind of we're in a huge disagreement because like Anthony said, everyone else is just kind of like a hobby, just a thing to do on the side. Whereas for me, like I've wanted to make it as a musician, as a rock star since before I could remember. Listening to like seeing Motley Crue and Megadeth and all those guys, growing up with that, like the whole '80s rock scene, I idolized those people. So for me, from the get-go, this band was I want to be that. So playing at the Whiskey Go Go was such a surreal dream come true, playing on the same stage as Motley Crue and all those like
Yeah.
famous bands. So that was amazing for me, and that was a huge stepping stone. And I'm glad now finally people some of the other members are starting to get more on board with that as
Right.
well. So it does give me a little bit more hope that we're doing something right, headed the right direction. So honestly, like Tony said, I don't want to put a cap on it. I want to, if I had my way, we would be the next Motley Crue, the next Slipknot,
Of
like a
course.
household name.
But you know what,
Uh,
Nick? I think the most important thing is you guys stay hungry because
exactly.
that hunger is going to drive you to your dream.
Exactly. Which is why I haven't given up, despite, in the beginning we weren't all on the same page. I kept driving, I kept pushing us forward, and it's really worked out for us a lot.
Yeah. I mean, you got to keep going. This business has its ups and downs like any business that you would be in, you know? And I just think the important thing is social media for you guys, as much as you maybe aren't comfortable with it, it's really going to help move you forward. I wouldn't have
Yeah.
seen you. I wouldn't have seen you if I'm not on the socials
Yeah. And
24/7.
I'm really glad that, so I've been pushing for that too, because like I said in the beginning, like unfortunately that's just the way it is these days.
Yeah, that
Right.
was
And
something that we definitely
again,
all
I'm
kind
really
of
glad that
learned
we're starting to
abruptly.
get all on the same page.
Yeah. I mean, again, we're in 2026. Um, these club owners now, the first question out of their mouth, how many followers do you have? How
Exactly.
many platforms are you on? How
Yeah.
many
So we're
likes
now
did you get?
I actually had an opportunity not too long ago to speak to a PR rep, a label manager from 100 Days, which is like a subsidiary of Virgin Music.
Mm-hmm.
And he kind of gave me a good roadmap that I took to the rest of the guys, and we're starting to follow that now. And it's really starting to work out for us. We've already gotten a few followers just from a couple posts that we've
Yeah.
made.
This is
And,
going to be seen too, you know.
yeah, awesome. Well, hopefully you can get us to come play in Vegas. That would be really cool too.
That would be sick.
Every band says that to me. Carol, I know you can get us to play in Vegas, you know, and
I
I know a lot of people, in the industry here, uh, over the years, but a lot of it is being in the right place at the right time.
Yeah,
And when we're done with this, I'm not going to say the person's name, but I'll give you a name, and you can follow through with that, and possibly get some help with that a little bit.
awesome.
Sweet. We'll
Yeah.
see what we can make happen.
I'm not going to broadcast his name because it's going to be like,
It'll be our little secret.
yeah. But yeah, I mean, this industry right now is at a crucial, critical point. I know the Grammys were just on tonight. I know we're all Grammy haters, but that's okay because Youngblood did win a Grammy, which I am
Hell yeah.
really happy about. He is going to push rock forward with the Grammys. I can
Yeah,
tell you right now.
I am loving the new wave that we're getting here.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's good. It's like a little revival. It's
right.
awesome.
And look, Jelly Roll also won a Grammy tonight. He's crossover, but let me tell you something. That guy can rock. I've seen it.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
So there's a lot going on, and with your band being as strong as you guys are, this should be the year that you guys really put a stamp on some stuff. Have you guys
Absolutely.
talked about like what kind of shows do you guys have coming up?
Yeah, I mean, well, yeah, we're doing a lot of like that, like kind of what we mentioned earlier, doing the like DIY, starting to like book our own shows. Because
Okay.
I mean, let's be honest, like promoters when they book you shows, that's kind of all the extent of what they're usually doing. Um, so we're kind of like trying to get our own hands in it and kind of turn it into something maybe a little bit more than what we've experienced before in the past. And so far it's working. Um, However, yeah, we're in the middle of talks with some promoters to at least get booked for some short tours like throughout the year, up and down like through Seattle, like to, central like Southern Oregon. So that's kind of what we're
Nice.
talking about doing for shows. There's a couple dates we're throwing around, but nothing super set in stone yet. But we should have some more confirmations here within the next couple weeks, I think.
Yeah,
And also,
festivals are really starting to kind of book now.
yeah, that's
So,
something we
Yeah.
want to do this year is there's a kind of like DIY festival usually every year in Salem. It's called Punks in the Park,
okay, very
and
cool.
it's pretty huge. They do a lot for the community. There's like clothing giveaways. There's like free like face painting. There's lots of really cool stuff, especially for like youth that wouldn't be able to afford those things normally. And they do have
Right.
live bands go on. So hopefully we'll get nominated to play there this year.
Yeah,
That would be super
definitely.
cool.
Definitely. Because I definitely want to see you guys play live at some point,
Yeah.
which would be
Oh yeah.
great. What are some of your influences, Anthony?
Oh, I mean, for songwriting, like in terms of like composing, I take a lot of inspiration from bands like 3 Days Grace, Breaking Benjamin, kind of like that like early like mid 2000s rock vibe, like the heavy rock, like kind of like alternative metal per se. That's kind of where I derive a lot of my inspiration personally. And there's also actually one band that has been like probably the biggest inspiration of my life, and it is Tree People.
Okay.
Super unknown, unheard of band from like the Seattle scene in like the mid 90s. They released one phenomenal album. It is amazing. And they're definitely like I don't even, like alternative rock. I don't know. Super different genre than what we play,
Very
but
cool. What
just
about you, Nick?
their instruments is the inspiration.
What about you, Nick?
Well, for me, like I said, when growing up, it was completely different. It was more so like Motley Crue, Megadeth, Slayer, and then as I got older, kind of transitioned to Slipknot, Korn, Alice in Chains. A few of my favorite bands right now are Lamb of God. Falling in Reverse has changed their style, and it's really fucking cool.
I love them. Yeah.
And Motionless in White is obviously up there. Yeah, so I like the like a lot of metalcore, a lot of heavy metal.
You guys kind of remind me a little Disturbed too, a little bit. A little bit.
Hell yeah.
Nice. I'll
Yeah.
take it.
Yeah. Which is great. But yeah,
Mhm.
those are great inspirations to go by. Definitely. And like I said, this year is going to be the year for a lot of bands such as yourselves. Don't stop.
Yeah, we're super
Pedal
excited
to
for
the
what
metal
this
all the
year.
way.
Yep. Yeah, because you can't. I mean, the moment you stop,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? I mean,
No.
this is, even for me, I'll tell you right now, it's a 24/7 gig because
Mhm.
I'm getting hit up from bands all over the world to come on. And
Hell yeah.
I can't say yes to everybody.
Mhm.
And and even when I'm at my normal job, luckily I'm my own boss kind of. I'm like DMing, I'm watching customers, I'm like my boss
Yeah.
doesn't watch me on the show, so that's good. But anyway, but yeah, I mean this is 24/7, man. It has to
I
be.
I love that you say that. I love that you say it's 24/7 because me and Tony were just talking the other night about like how if you like I said earlier, if you mean it, you'll make it. You have to make this your life. You can't have, the band life and then your personal life. The band life has to be your life. If
Right.
you if you want to get anywhere, you need to give it 110%. You
Yep.
can't give it 50-50. You can't give it
Oh,
60-40. It has to be 110% all the way. And like you, when I'm at my day job, right? I'm constantly if I see someone that looks like they might be a little edgy, they have some long hair, some tattoos, I'm like, hey, look up my band. I'm just constantly
Like you would probably like us.
self-promoting. Yeah.
yeah. It's
constantly
crazy.
self-promoting, constantly telling people to look us up. In fact, the other day I met the drummer for I don't know if have you ever heard the band A Flock of Seagulls?
Yes.
Yeah, so I met the drummer for them and he looked us up. He started following the band on Instagram. He really likes us.
Yeah,
So
see?
yeah, it's really cool. And like to me, this is my life. It's been my life before this band even existed, and it's gonna be my life years into the future.
Yeah, you
So
have to be.
I'm glad that I've finally been able to get the other guys on board. We're picking up momentum, and
Yes.
now it's just we're not stopping.
Yeah, it's all in or nothing,
Exactly.
you know? Like one of my sayings is ride or die.
Absolutely. And I'm honestly really blessed. I have a fiance that she's my ride or die, and I don't have to have the two different lives, you know. She fully supports the band and will absolutely help me get there.
Yeah, exactly. You have to have people in your corner that are 200% vested in you, but
Absolutely.
you have to be vested in yourself first.
Absolutely.
And because that's, I mean, you're your biggest critic,
Yeah.
you know, before anybody else is going to criticize you, you have to be in charge of you. And you guys are doing a great job with this. Really great job.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Appreciate it.
So what's you have singles coming out? What's the next big thing?
So we actually we have three singles ready to go. We're just waiting on some dates we can get some music videos filmed for them, and then we're gonna go ahead and like start our rollout process for those. We're getting our like art and whatnot back for them already here soon, I think next week. Um, but our next song that I think we're gonna release, we haven't decided exactly, but I'll tell you the name of it. We just played it the other night. It's called Fake It. It's one that I wrote. I had this riff that I've been playing around with for probably like 6 months or so. I
Okay.
think, yeah, just here and there, like kind of building on it, and it turned into just this really fast-paced, like high energy, almost like punk influenced song.
Okay.
And I tell you what, when we do like live shows, the crowd absolutely loves it. Like they go nuts for it.
Cool.
So
I
I'm
like the
really
title.
excited to see that. Yeah, yeah, it's a really great song. I mean, Andrew always does an amazing job at writing lyrics over like the music that I'm able to like create, and he helps me with a lot of like the creation too. Um, but he never disappoints on like the lyrical material. And this next song that's coming out is it does not stray from that either.
That's
We
great.
we, we always he always writes about pretty heavy like topics for our music. Like we don't really cover like the soft stuff usually. All of our music is always like has some deep meaning, and it's sometimes a little bit more morbid if you think about it. Um, which is great. I mean, we prefer it like that, right? Music should mean
Right, of
something.
course. Why not?
So that's I think are going to be our next single that we're going to release. I'm super excited for it.
Very
Going
cool.
into the summer, it's going to be a nice high energy song people are going to connect with.
That's awesome. Well, so Nick, what do you think about the new music coming out?
I'm really excited for it. I really did like the first EP, but we really like tuned in for the second EP. And I don't know if you've heard what we have out so
Yes.
far,
Mm-hmm.
Wayne, Seizure, Devil.
Yep.
Uh, if you like those, I can't wait for you to hear these next ones.
Okay, great. Awesome. They're gonna be great for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's so fun because like each song has like a little bit different inspiration. If you think about it, like Seizure's more of like kind of in the metalcore zone.
Right.
Same with like Devil. Wayne is kind of more like the heavy rock zone. We also have probably
a
towards the
good
end of our
ballad.
releases, we have like one that's kind of Midwest emo inspired, but still like heavy rock. I got this punk song coming out next, and then we have like another one that it almost sounds like a dad rock song. Yeah, it's we always just like write and kind of whatever like feels good. We don't really confine ourselves into like a little box,
Right. And
because
you
then
don't want
things
to
get
do that
stagnant.
anyway.
They get so stale. There's inspiration behind all of our music, and it's very dynamic. And I think that's what's special about us is we don't confine ourselves to just one genre. We'll take influence from all sorts of things and we'll make it our own.
Yeah, you have to make it your own. You know, because that's what people want to see. You know, they want to see a very unusual song lyric. You know, they want to see that bass string break for sure. You know, they want to
Yeah.
see you drop the mic. You know, they want to experience everything that your band is about
Yeah.
for sure, which is great. You
Absolutely.
guys like playing live
It's
versus
Oh
my
yeah.
favorite
radio?
thing. My
It's so
favorite thing
fun.
about the band. The
Yeah,
show we put on the other night, it was just amazing. Like that moment when you finish a song and you hear like 100, 150 people in a room like just screaming their lungs out afterwards. There's nothing like it.
no, there is nothing like that you'll ever
Yeah.
experience in your life.
Mm,
That's truly amazing.
yeah, it's
Well,
moving. And the fact that like people connect with our music too
right,
is just it's an amazing added bonus because we write our music for ourselves first off and
right,
foremost. We're not writing songs for people to listen to, you know. We write them
right.
because they mean something to us, and to see them meaning something to other people too, that that also there's nothing like that as
That's
well. It's an
priceless right
amazing
there.
feeling.
Yeah.
Priceless.
Yeah. Also, nothing tops to the fact that we have people coming to our shows repeatedly and there's like learning our songs. So you see them in the audience, like singing along to our
That's
songs. It's
awesome to see
such
that
a good feeling.
for sure. Well, before I let you guys go, why don't you give everybody, Nick, why don't you give everybody the socials?
Yeah. So Instagram, TikTok, it's the Way Below Band at the Way Below Band. Facebook, if I'm not mistaken, is
I
the
think it's
same
just
thing, right, Tony?
yeah, it should be the same thing. Otherwise, it's just the way below. You'll know by our logo and all of our posts we have on there. If you look us up and you like what we do, like you guys like anybody who's watching this, you really don't know like how much we look at that stuff. Like I'm checking our Spotify monthly listeners every day. I'm checking our YouTube like comments and likes and views like every day. Um, and I'm checking our Instagram followers, our Facebook followers, people who are like commenting on our stuff. That is something
Yeah.
that I see,
Yeah.
and you know, a little bit goes such a long way. Like
And
especially at this stage.
anyone that engages, like interacts, it really feels good to connect to those people. So
Yes.
feel free to comment on our stuff. Feel free to reach out to us, DM us. I love that.
Now
It
on
feels really
YouTube,
good.
is it the way below?
Yeah,
Yeah.
just the way below on YouTube and Spotify and Apple Music.
Okay.
Those are our main platforms. I guess we're on
The
Pandora as well. I just learned that the other day.
Okay.
Yeah,
Uh,
actually my mom told me that we have a few hundred people listening to us on Pandora.
Hey, that's
The
great.
easiest way, we do have a link tree
Okay.
connected onto our Instagram. So if anyone just wants to go to Instagram at the Way Below Band, you can click the link and find the rest of our socials as well as where to listen to our music.
yeah, we've got
That's
some
great.
full-length music videos on YouTube. We have, if you really like us, we have a merchandise store set up online so anybody can buy merchandise and have it shipped
Yeah,
directly
they
to
need to
their
buy the
Which
merch.
has these really cool
Oh yeah, he's wearing it right
sweaters.
Yeah,
now.
love
Yeah,
that.
really cool
That's
stuff. We got
awesome.
hats, t-shirts,
That's
hoodies,
great.
all sorts of fun stuff.
You guys are amazing. Thank you so much for coming on. We
Thanks for having
definitely have
us.
to keep in
Yeah, thank
touch.
you.
And you guys will have to let me know where you guys are at for the summer, and I'll give you that information. You'll hear from me soon here, and I'll be posting this in the next couple weeks. I'll let you know.
Sweet.
Awesome. Sounds good. I
Well,
look
thanks
forward to
for
meeting you
having
in
us.
person.
Thank you so much. Keep this music alive, guys.
Thank
Hell
you.
yeah. You too. Thank you.
Wow, The Way Below. This is a great band from Portland, Oregon. They are working it. I mean, if you want to check these guys out, check them out on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and their own YouTube page. They have some music videos on there as well. This is Carol Levin, Vegas Rock Goddess. Always like and subscribe to On the Rocks because you never know who I will be interviewing next.